Foundations of Amateur Radio. Recently, I received a lovely email from Simon Golf Zero Echo India Yankee, who reminded me that there is a voice keyer that fits into a microphone. It was designed by Ollie Delta Hotel 8 Bravo Quebec Alpha as a replacement for a standard Yaesu MH31 microphone. I'd come across this a while ago and for several reasons put off actually ordering one, but Simon's encouragement tipped me over the fence and I've placed my order. What I'm expecting to arrive at some point is a kit that has the minuscule surface mount components already soldered to a circuit board, leaving a couple of individual components ready for my soldering iron abuse. I'll let you know how it goes. This little experience reminded me that I've been stumbling across solutions like this for years, an amateur with an itch to scratch and the drive to do something about it. For example, Paul Kilo Echo Zero Papa Bravo Romeo likes to operate satellites, and in doing so amassed a collection of frequencies. Since the Doppler effect alters the actual frequency depending on the satellite coming towards you or moving away from you, there are corrections that need to be done. If you're in the field, this is something you might struggle with, so Paul created a frequency cheat sheet. If you're looking into magnetic loop antennas, you'll quickly encounter a spreadsheet made by Steve Alpha Alpha 5 Tango Bravo that will get you started with the parameters for designing and building your own magnetic loop. The popular VK contest logger, known colloquially as VKCL, was built by Mike Victor Kilo 3 Alpha Victor Victor. It's a simple-to-use logging tool that has a large collection of rules for different contests, and Mike often brings out a new version to incorporate the latest rule changes just before a contest. It even incorporates a station log. If you've come across apps like Droid PSK, Droid SSTV and Droid RTTY, they're the brainchildren of Wolfgang Whiskey 8 Delta Alpha. The increasingly popular repeater book, maintained by a global community of volunteers, is the work of Garrett Kilo Delta 6 Kilo Papa Charlie. I've lost count of the number of radio amateurs running an online shop, where you can buy gear or kits or circuit boards, components, antennas, software and the like, not to mention an astonishing collection of professionally built tools like antenna analyzers, filters, amplifiers and more. It's said that amateurs are notorious for their short arms and deep pockets. I like to think of it as a discerning and informed customer. It's easy to sell snake oil to the masses. It's been going on for centuries. It's much harder to do that when the person you're selling to knows how the thing you're selling works and knows how to read a datasheet, let alone ask awkward questions when the need arises. Before I go on, I will mention that the people I've named here are unaware of me doing so. I've not been approached by any of them to mention their name, and I have no relationship other than being a happy customer. I'm saying this out loud because this podcast goes out on amateur radio repeaters all over the world, and commercial use of amateur radio is strictly prohibited. You might have gotten to this point wondering why I'm even taking the time to highlight some of the efforts I've come across, and the reason is very simple. This activity is everywhere. You just have to look. It's not like Ollie, Paul, Steve, Mike, Garrett or Wolfgang shouted their involvement from the rooftops. It's just that the information is available if you care to look. Remember, these people are radio amateurs, just like you and I. That's important because the difference between a tool that you're using, that you built, sitting in your shack or on your computer, and that of the people I've named, is that they took an extra step and shared their efforts with the community. Some amateurs are making a living from this hobby, and I applaud their efforts. For the rest of us, me included, that's often not the point. Invention is happening all over the world, right now. You are doing it, despite your protestations to the contrary. You might have made a PDF that you carry around during a contest, or it might be a calculator you knocked up to figure out how to build something. It might be a circuit diagram, an app, a how-to guide, a map, or a video. All of these things are creations that can be shared to increase the amount of innovation that happens by people bouncing ideas off other ideas. In 1675, Sir Isaac Newton said, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." You are one of those giants, and the person who uses your contribution to make their own is standing on your shoulders. What are you waiting for? Publish, share, document, photograph, and make available. It's how society makes progress, and it's how amateur radio stays at the forefront of innovation. Get on air and make noise is not purely restricted to the RF spectrum. I'm Ono, Victor Kilo 6, Foxtrot Lima, Alpha Bravo.